Lakers! The motherfucking legends! The Lakers!
Be the legends!
We like that flag coming out. See y'all next month, for sure. When tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. Resist! Continue to resist! We need like 20 more people. Everybody around the flag. The Idaho boys were in the yard, so we just did this more. They let us back in. We'll be back. Okay. They'll let you in. We're bringing these. You gotta go put these back in the car. Where's back there? We survived it.
Hi, Josh. What are you doing, Josh?
Yeah, Josh, explain yourself.
Explain yourself, Josh. What do you think you're doing? Breaking the rules again? Reminding our rulers.
Are you being
that
a good citizen?
Never. Never. Not, you mean good slave?
No, never.
I'm here trying to reminding our rulers that we preserve the spirit of resistance and that we will remind our fellow patriots that we haven't forgotten them. And I think that's one weapon the government uses, is to try to tell inmates that you've been forgotten. Nobody remembers you. Your name is just a memory. The stories you tell, or the stories you've told, other people will just use those stories as their own because you're not a human being anymore. You don't exist. So I'm here to not only remind Ammon, but other inmates that have been abused, that we're here for them, and no more will we just sit aside. We'll talk and speak up for you.
So what are we doing? We're marching around the...
We're marching around the prison. I think we're going to do it once.
Once right now.
Yeah.
We might go to town or something.
So...
Right now.
And then we might say another prayer. What we're planning on is facing the prison to say a prayer.
Amen.
And pray. Pray for the prisons to change. Pray to them. Let them know that there's still time for change.
That's right.
Yeah.
Amen. Well, thank you for sharing. all over the country here, and some people mainly from the West. And we're hoping and praying that others join us throughout the weeks. And we've had some great success with our presence here. We got to meet the sheriff today and had a cordial conversation. We're approaching where guards are armed, and they are ready to shoot us if we do anything that we will, if we don't do anything violent. Of course not. We also trying to be good examples of people that are actually see injustice and stand up for it peacefully but effectively. We're grateful that the sheriff actually spoke to us today and addressed some of our concerns, but we still have some more. And we're hoping for a good further conversation regarding Ammon Bundy and how he was treated, along with the other people. We've been reading letters from older inmates of 2012, 2013, who have suffered some injustices like starvation, their papers being mishandled, and their inability to get proper representation, and they were being thrown into solitary for small, minor infractions, etc., etc. And we're praying that everybody who is in prison gets a fair trial. Some people, as we know, are not guilty. And those that are guilty deserve to be treated with respect by people who are respectable. And that's what we're trying to say here today. Is that correct, Josh?
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm glad I said the right thing. Say hi to the
What do we want?
police. Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Justice!
When do we want it?
Now!
Good morning, guys. We come in peace, practicing our First Amendment rights.
Woohoo!
Constitutionally protected rights like the right to bail, the right to a speedy trial, the right against cruel and unusual punishment, the right to have the representation of their choice. All of those things are things we claim as our rights. We know you know those, right? Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Got a car coming, folks.
We are.
Ammon Bundy!
Not guilty.
Eric Parker!
Not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty. Not guilty. We'll take it. See? Woo-hoo. Let's have a fancy Jeep to get in there.
Ryan Bundy!
Guilty.
Hot Eagle!
Libertians too.
Guilty!
There's Ammon's lawyer pulling.
Oh yeah? Good. Oh, that's our Ammon Bundy's lawyer. Ew. Everybody pray for him as he uncovers the wounds that Ammon Bundy has around his wrists and his ankles. We're praying that he's able to uncover the truth and get evidence, because the sheriff obviously hasn't looked at that yet. She says, oh, she's looking into it, but she hasn't seen him personally as she should have. Somebody should have been looking at his ankles and wrists as they are cut up, so we hear. Ay, ay, ay. We're gonna go walking around, and I'm probably gonna run out of juice here soon. I'm sorry. Because my phone, of course, is struggling. We are. He can actually hear us. And there's an area where we're gonna go around, which is the solitary confinement, can actually see us. Howdy, girl!
Hot Eagle!
court and trial. He represented himself so amazingly. Such an articulate man, kind man.
Free the political prisoners!
That's right.
The Constitution matters!
Well, the real Constitution, the one that's not been adulterated. They're actually a little bigger than this. They're all spread out. Yeah. You have anything you want to say before I go dead? Here? You tried to give a paper. What kind of paper was it?
It's the CCA, which is the corporation, the nonprofit corporation. It's their human rights policy statement. You can print from their website, and it shows that they're violating not only U.S. law but even their own internal policies. So I was glad that the sheriff today said that she would be that the board was aware of what was going on.
Yes, she was.
Aware that the sheriff was investigating, and so hopefully the board will meet with stakeholders and enforce the policy. As well as
isn't the prison a private prison too?
Yep.
And today, the for-profit actual company itself was brought to trial, actually heard by a judge. It was reported today, so this happened, I believe, yesterday, in Kansas City. For the prosecution was getting their the defendants' private conversations with their lawyers, sharing it with their the prosecutors were using it before the trial began. So this has been uncovered. Guys, this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, we know there's so much corruption.
So much corruption.
Because there's corruption in the heart of man. And the only way that we're going to solve this is by the Spirit of the Lord coming in and dwelling each person. And each person starting to practice self-government again. And stop acting like we're servants and that we have a king.
Complacency is a killer.
Jesus should be our only king. And until we start teaching people what he taught, to love your neighbor, this is going to continue. So we need to pray for America to turn their hearts back to God, because honestly, most of these guards in here, they just represent the rest of us out in America. People who have turned their backs on God, turned away from God's law, and are just selfish, really.
Well, people can love God, but they don't really consciously understand that they're participants in a corrupt system, and they're afraid to speak out. We want them to come forward. We know that they exist. There's a couple good guards in there that are really, compassionate.
And there are media too, who are afraid to speak out.
Everybody's afraid to speak out because of the tyranny, the oppressiveness of people who are in power, who are not being good, moral, and just.
So the reason we're here today is because we're overcoming fear with faith and trusting in God, and
we're trying to share with one another, and we're also trying to speak a language of peace and give peace to our inmates, because they know we're out here. And actually, they had they had a hunger strike last night. Everybody participated, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, and everyone in Eric Parker's block also.
Oh, in the block, and then they had another one this morning where they all stood and they would not do something because they're trying to make sure
Go to their beds.
they wouldn't go to their beds. Now, that's not a sin, but that's them standing up for their rights, saying yes, all those inmates are going through something. I'm sure some people belong there, but generally, if you're not getting a fair trial, then something is wrong, because you're supposed to get a fair trial. And when you're incarcerated and held, and you can't talk to your lawyer, and you're pushed around and put into solitary confinement just because you left a shirt on the bed, I can go on, but you can hear what I'm trying to say, I think, and I hope. And here's a beautiful Nevada sky. And there's the facility. Okay, where's my group here? There's a bunch of people over at the main base camp, Camp Liberty. But here we are. And I'm going to lose you guys. I'm probably at 5% right now. And hopefully we'll get the view of the solitary confinement area. And can you live stream that?
Yeah, I can. I'm
Okay.
on Liberty Groves.
Okay, if you do it, if you could put it on John Lamb, tag John Lamb and Kelly Stewart, and then it'll go to everybody. to you guys. I'm probably going to lose you in a second, but we're going to have the next version number 2, without me in it, being a very bad but humble live streamer. I'm not really good at this. I'm sorry. Just gonna throw it into it, but God bless you all. Thank you for watching, and thank you for considering what we're saying. And, remember, appeal to heaven, and love thy neighbor. Treat others as you would like to be treated. And love God with all your heart and all your soul, because that is really what life is all about. There is the prison. There. I love you, Heather Grizzle. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. Love you, Heather. Aw, I miss you, Heather. We're going to probably have to get together one day. Okay? Sooner than later. And I'm so grateful you're watching this. It really means the world to me. Thank you. I'm not really good with words. I'm sorry. I'm trying my best. Okay, let me see over here. I'll make it just this far. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, by the way, I'd just like to give you one little bit of fact of information. 86% of Nevada state land is actually owned by the federal government. 86%. Hello. That should scare you. As we're driving along on the highway, there's nothing but a fence all along the highway, and it's property of the federal government. It's just sitting there. Of course, it's beautiful, but we the people own it. We're not allowed to get on it. We the people own it, but we're not allowed to use it. God forbid if we ever had grazing cattle on there again. I'm just being sarcastic. We need that because they're good for our environment. And there's one of the Bundys right there. He spoke to us today, and we had a beautiful prayer today. He's over there standing next to the big flag. Oh, and why is it upside down? It's because the flag is under distress. America's under distress. That's why we have it upside down. Okay. All right. Yeah, that's one of it's Tyson Bundy, or his last name's different. Sorry, I can't remember it. But that is Ammon's cousin, and he is such an eloquent, kind man. And he wants nothing but truth, honesty, and fairness.